steps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? We back. Another live, man. I'm back at it live. Everybody welcome in. As you see from the title, the city that I'm currently in is celebrating. It's Halloween night. If you asking why I'm not outside or whatever, I don't celebrate Halloween, so I'm inside anyway. But especially right now, the city going crazy. City too crazy personally for me. I'm staying in the house. I'm live streaming. You know what I mean? We doing what we doing, and then we're going to what we're gonna do. But yeah. As I'm getting texts about the trials from my friends and everybody reacting, city is going crazy. You know that like Thug is out. It's insane because Thug was facing life, bro. Thug was facing life, and as late as today, Thug was facing 120 years, bro. He was facing 120 years. His lawyer, Brian Steele, man, worked that thing all the way down to no time, bro. 5 years to serve, commuted already with the 2.5 years that he's been in Cobb County Jail. No time for Thug, bro. Going home. It's crazy. Cannot believe it. Can't believe it just a little bit, but hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna pull this up. Watch this press conference and things of that sort. But I just can't believe it. Man, Brian still worked the mess out of that trial, bro. Today, you know, he was talking about the obvious line where he was like, yeah, I saw the body. He said, I ain't catch the body, but I had something to do with it. And he said Nicki Minaj wrote that song because it was on the song with Nicki Minaj. I'm like, bro, he flipped that. He said him and Quan ain't never had beef. I said, oh, man, this dude is like, he's flipping everything. Obviously, the truly humble under God, young servants of the Lord with YSL. Crazy magician, man, that magic seal. But anyways, let's get to this press conference, shall we? Here we go. We're going to get to the press conference.
Collective opinion, Jeffrey would have been found not guilty of everything. So this is very painful. But that's another 3 months or so in custody. And he wants to go home to his family. And negotiations totally broke down with the district attorney's office. Horribly broke down. And at that point, we believe that justice would be found with the honorable court. And Jeffrey just wanted to go home. How agonizing it is to know that we've spent a year trying a case where the prosecutors have put on lies, knowing lies, hiding evidence, is insane in 2024 in the United States of America. And the only reason that this got revealed is because of you people. You people brought the truth to the community because nobody knows this. This is not the only courtroom it's happening in. And I just want to thank all of you. I especially want to thank Jeffrey for letting me represent him. I think he's a wonderful person who does wonderful things and will continue to do things even greater. I cannot express to you how Shaquille Kokomo, how Trisha Renard, how Haley, how my wife Colette, how Bram, how countless people, but especially Miss Courtney Edwards, has worked without sleep for 3 years representing Jeffrey and helping him. I will never be able to stand with anyone more ethical, honest, hardworking, insightful, intelligent, and kind than the Honorable Keith Adams. The gentleman to my left is the best lawyer in the country.
Mr. Steele, do you think prosecutors negotiated in good faith at all during any of these negotiations?
Let me take this one.
Let me answer that. The short answer is no. This is a case that possibly could have been resolved if folks were reasonable. But we did not believe that we could enter into good faith negotiations with people who wanted a case resolved in a manner simply to save face. And Jeffrey Williams was not going to say things that they wrote for him, that they wanted him to say, that was their theory when it wasn't true. And so, good faith, no. I don't believe we were ever really negotiating in good faith. And you've been here the past year that this case has been on trial. You've seen the numerous motions for mistrial. You've seen the behavior of the state. You've seen the dishonesty. You've seen everything being hidden. You've seen things.
They are cooking them, bro. And I have to pause. If you're like, oh, why you pausing? I have to pause, or like they're gonna take it down. So I have to pause and say so.
Seen things come out in court in front of you. And so you know what kind of prosecution we were dealing with, and that's okay. You know, Mr. Steele and I have fought through this the past 2.5 years. And as he said, we ultimately decided we were going to put our faith in the court as opposed to the folks on the other side of the aisle. And, you know, the best thing out of all of this is that Jeffrey Williams, in a very short period of time, will be home. And that's all we've wanted from May 9th, when they went and picked him up and have held him in jail without a bond for the past 2.5 years. He'll be home shortly.
Keith and Brian, this either one of you can answer. So I have 2 questions for you. First off, you go into a blind plea, you don't know, right? There's nothing for sure. What was your emotions like when you guys went into that? I would imagine the conversation. Can you kind of take us into the room before you went out into
burnout? We all experience it at some point. It's so important.
My bad, y'all. I don't have red. Better Help said, hold on now. Let me say something.
Obviously, I know there's attorney-client privilege, but it's a big decision.
Well, I didn't want to give up the jury trial, but that was a decision made. And once that decision was made, we were just thankful that there are people like the Honorable Judge Whitaker who understands what a trial is like and what it should be like. And I cannot thank.
I think Judge Whitaker, if I had to give my 2 piece, it sounded like kind of from like her response to Thug and everything like that, and Brian Steele and everything in the closing arguments, were that she really truly understood Thug's kind of impact on kids, impact on the youth, impact on everybody. And she's like, okay, if I put strict restrictions on him for the next 15 years and he got to tell kids not to do something, it'll probably be more effective to have someone like Thug talk to kids in schools for 15 years as opposed to just have them riding behind the cell. So that's kind of what I got from the judge at the end of the day. That she let him out because, you know, she's like, okay, he can, you know, he's got to stay on the straight and narrow. She gave him no other choice. It was no straight or narrow or you do this. It's like, nah, it's just straight or narrow, bro. So she let him do that for that. Will he be able to sustain? I don't know. 15 years is a long time, a decade and a half.
Honorable Court for being here and coming in. She is not our first judge, but she's the first time we received justice.
Mr. Adams, this is your second high-profile RICO case here in Fulton County. Do you think that maybe the prosecutor's office is abusing that statute? And what are your opinions of RICO generally?
I have, for the 30-some-odd years that I practiced law, always believed that if you, as a prosecutor, think that someone has committed a crime, you charge them with the crime, you put it in front of a jury, and then you do it fairly and let the chips fall where they may. The courtroom is not the place to get adventurous, to get inventive, to think, well, we don't have evidence on him for any of these incidents, but maybe, if just maybe, we tie him up in a RICO and put him with people who may have committed crimes, we can get him that way. That's an abuse.
I also don't think that's the case. Like the state's defense closing arguments, they had the text messages and then lined it up with timestamps, and I felt like that was enough evidence to say like stuff that ain't none of my business. I ain't from the streets.
And so, yes, for some strange reason, the Fulton County DA's office seems to be in love with RICO. And my honest opinion is that they're in love with it because it makes it easier for them to try and convict people that they otherwise could not convict. And that's what was happening here. We're fighting a mountain, reams of evidence, most of which didn't have anything to do with us. And so is it an abuse? I think it is. There are better ways to, and I used to be a prosecutor, right? And I can tell you that there are better ways to prosecute cases than the way this case was prosecuted.
You guys obviously rejected initially what the state was going to offer. Is there some details you can give us? Because it sounds like from what you guys decided in court, I mean, it's still pretty stringent. There's a lot of different details, but what was the state asking for that you guys rejected?
I'm not going to get into plea negotiations because they are privileged under statute, but it was outrageous. They would let him out of custody, but they would have a tether around him so tight that it's unconscionable.
And how are y'all feeling about what
They said the rumored one was they'll take all his possessions, so all his cars and all of his jewelry and stuff like that. And I also think like he wouldn't be able to talk to anybody, any of the co-defendants or anybody else in YSL that was being charged for being in YSL and things of that sort. That was what I saw. That's what everybody was saying. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll never know the truth because, like Brian still said, he can't say due to the law.
sentencing is, especially with not being able to be in Metro Atlanta except for specific parameters, and how is Mr. Williams feeling about that decision?
You know, we're okay with the sentence. There comes a time in any case, if a person is sentenced, that we're out of the courtroom, and now what happens to that person is entirely up to them. Jeffrey Williams is a fantastically talented man. He is a great person. He's become a great friend over the course of the last couple of years. And he has the ability, the incentive to go forth and do everything he needs to do to put this behind him. And we're confident that he will. One of the questions you asked a little earlier was, what was that feeling like stepping into a courtroom to do what's called a blind plea, not knowing what's going to happen? You know, it's a scary feeling for all involved. There's probably no feeling quite like that other than sitting in a courtroom waiting for a jury to come out and tell you what your fate is. But we walked in there knowing that we were in front of a fair tribunal and being comfortable that the right thing was going to happen, and the right thing did.
What do you think about your client just serving as a role model? Obviously, as part of the agreement, he's going to be participating in the community.
See how I use an ad blocker.
Oh, there
Very
we go.
mindful, very
Hold on.
demure.
I gotta give me some YouTube bread if I'm gonna be doing these reactions, ain't it?
Obviously, he has a huge reach for what he does for a living.
I've known Jeffrey Williams. I've defended him for over a decade. I have been with him where we go to young children, children in need, children who are going down the wrong way. And he tells exactly what he's going to continue to say. He tells everybody, this is not a good life. We have to stop the generational disaster that is plaguing the community. And although right now I'm successful, I'm a product, but every one of you can get out. And he always stresses education. Jeffrey Williams is a great person, a great role model, and he will do even better now, hopefully, if you allow him and his words to get out. As far as how Jeffrey's feeling now, he knows my feelings, which I'm not going to reveal for attorney-client privilege, but this is not the same as a not guilty verdict. That should have been rang. But nobody here wakes up every day on a concrete floor that they're calling his bed, gets up at 4:15, gets shackled at his feet, his waist, and his hands, comes to the Fulton County Courthouse to be on concrete, eating out of a bag. Doritos is his meal of choice. And then coming to a courtroom and sit there with a leg.
How you eat nothing but Doritos for the past 2.5 years and gain 75 pounds?
Chain on him every single day and hear lie after lie. So for Jeffrey, go home today and not have another 90 days or 120 days of it, he is very happy.
I will
thankful to the honorable court. So to answer your question, this was not what I wanted. I don't believe that it is just, but I believe that under these circumstances, it is justice for Jeffrey Williams, and he is delighted, as are we, and thankful.
Can I ask you? You were standing right next to him as he was addressing the judge. What seemed like a very sincere apology to her, or apology to the court, and what happened, what has gone on. How did you feel sitting next to him, knowing him for the last decade as a attorney for him, about what he was saying and what he was telling the judge?
Jeffrey Williams is being truthful. That is his heartfelt feelings. He feels so bad for the loss of life, and he feels bad that people are taking his music or his social postings and making it into violence. That is all promoted.
Do I want to say something about this? Okay, I'll say it like this. I think a way that you could easily prevent yourself from this happening, I think this is a great lesson that everybody involved learned. We didn't learn from Rap Snitch Kinesis, from MF Doom, Long Live Doom, over in there in 04. If you're gonna rap about the stuff, like T.I. said, he said the difference between back when he was rapping about the crazy stuff is he already done did it, and that was years ago past the statute of limitations. The difference now and what happened in this YSL trial with Young Thug and them, what they were rapping about, what happened, lined up with the timelines and what the text messages and the calls timestamps and the car rental timestamps, it lined up around the time of these crimes, and that's the exact offense that the state put together. I don't think you should do that. I don't think that's smart. And I hope they learned that through this process. And I hope every other rapper, Dirk, everybody else, learned that throughout this process. So it wasn't just they grabbed some lyrics and then said, oh man, you said you chopped up a man and whooped the body, shoot the dotty, and you dabbed. Like, they didn't say that. It was like, you said this in this song, and you said it happened at this time and this thing in the verse. At this time and this thing in Atlanta, this person got da-da-da-da, and this happened to them.
Motion that is not a symbol of go hurt somebody. So I hope I've answered your question directly, but how I felt, I've heard that from Jeffrey over and over again.
You called out a lot of challenges in this trial based on the prosecution's point. Do you have any message to, the co-counsel that for now is still on trial, or what's left of this?
Oh my God, they are phenomenal lawyers, and I'm confident if you keep going, which I assume you will see some great lawyering. They don't need my help.
I'm going to take just 1 minute to explain why your
bro.
contribution
Once
right
again.
now is so important. This
Hey,
may not be the
Fox 5
news
is
you want.
getting this money.
And the truth is, they've been there
That's
with
the
us
third,
for
fourth
the
one
past
and 14
2.5 years. They're aware of what they're up against. They are totally capable of handling it. And I presume we'll step in from time to time because, in this fight in the past 2.5 years, we've been together. So we needed something. They've been there to assist. And if they need something, we're happy to step right back in and assist. But they're great lawyers. Max Shard, Doug Weinstein, those gentlemen are in great hands. They'll be fine.
I will say this. I think it is wrong, and it needs to be fixed, that an innocent man is arrested on May 9th of 2022, is denied bond, and has to plead guilty and nolo to get freedom after 2.5 years in custody. That should not happen. Nobody should be on trial. Jurors, think about what they're going through. Nobody should be on trial like this. And if Mr. Williams didn't have the resources,
you can't even file a RICO. You can't even do that without the 60. How many pages was the RICO indictment? It's like 63 pages. You can't do that without any type of evidence. The reason why he was granted no bond and all of this happened, I get it. I get it. That is his job. That's why he's the great lawyer, everything like that. But goodness gracious, bro, this is just some of these parts is just tough to sit through.
this never happens well for anybody. So I think it's an abuse to answer the AJC's question. I think it's an abuse of the statute of RICO to do this to people.
Is it fair to say you don't believe justice was served today?
I believe that Mr. Williams is home, and I'm delighted. Justice would have been served on May 8th of 2022 if the grand jury no-billed his indictment. That would have been just. And it's wrong to be under investigation. He's been under investigation for 15 years. 15 years by task force of federal government and local government. Think about that. Think about your children doing that. And that's okay. If it's okay with you all, then we should really start moving to another country. I want to thank everybody so much for everything you do. I cannot thank you all, because without you guys, this just keeps rolling in injustice. It's got to end. The criminal justice system, the presumption of innocence, the Brady rules, the ethical rules, they have to survive. Otherwise, we all are victims of this. Anyone can sit in that seat next to Keith Adams. Thank you all so much.
And no one sees it unless you guys do what you do. But I tell you what, there is a whole world of people out there who have watched this trial over the course of the past 2.5 years. The past year that we've actually been in the courtroom trying the case, who are much more educated to how things work, and unfortunately, sometimes how things don't work. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
So I think everybody kind of has to. Oh man, that's just a lot to unpack there. That's just a lot to unpack. I think the main thing, like I say, is I think a lot of people on the state side handled the case very sloppily. I think despite all of that, with the original indictment being 63 pages and getting all of the guilty pleas that you got over the last couple of days with some of the other guys saying that, yes, YSL is a gang, like that's a whole nother thing. It's like, how can you get people to say YSL is a gang, YSL is a gang, defenders, but you know what I'm saying, I don't know. But I will say Brian still did a great job. His defense team, legal team did a great job. I just hope that, you know, Thug got a second chance at life with this one. And I really hope that he truly does what he said he was going to do, which is, you know, you're not going to see me again. I ain't going to get in trouble again. Thank you for giving me a second chance. I promise you I'm going to make it right. I'm going to talk to the kids. I'm going to continue to do what I do. Because, like, I mean, as much of the other stuff and the stuff that he's been accused of, Thug and Gunna both have done. I mean, especially Gunna. Gunna's just a good guy. Gunna, he ain't have nothing to do with none. He literally just the superstar rapper next to Thug. That's why he got locked up. But Thug, you know, does do things in the community and stuff like that, and does get back to the community. It's just stuff that he was accused of is serious stuff, and we can't just brush past it. In my opinion, but you know, that is what it is. It's whatever. Let me see what else we have. BET, they sent me some stuff from the Black Vote. They wanted me to react to it or at least pull it up and stuff like that. So I'm gonna pull this up. It's the Black Men Summit from BET. Let me see what they have sent me at BET. All right, cool. Well, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, everybody. I'm gonna react to this thing from BET. They sent me some stuff for the Black Vote and things of that sort. All right, here we go.
As a nation, we've never had a female leader. Never. So there is an unspoken idea that a lot of people have, whether they say it out loud or not. So what was your impression?
Look, I love President Obama. And I think we got to be honest in our own community about the reality of sexism and the role that patriarchy plays in our own community. Sure. I go to churches a lot, and there are people who will greet me and not greet my fiance, who's standing right next to me. So like, there's a real conversation we need to have about what is going on
inside
of our communities and what we can do to make sure that we unlearn some of the behaviors that are really negative, right, and that are really harmful. What is also really important is that we do understand the facts. An overwhelming majority of Black men are voting for Vice President Kamala Harris to be president of the United States. Right? 80% of us. So, you know, the truth is, you got that one uncle that you need to talk to. But the majority of us, we good. Right? Like we on the same page. But there is some work that we are going to have to do as a community to figure out what are the qualms, what are the issues, what are the problems that 20% or so of Black folks who a few years ago were voting Democratic and all that are having. And I will say this about Donald. in our country, our socialization has taught us to praise people with a lot of money.
Yeah.
Our socialization has taught us to praise people who are famous.
Right.
Our socialization has taught us to praise people who can get a lot of women and can say what they want and do what they want and have said, hey, that's the image of a real man. That's the image of a strong person. That's the image of a real leader who can just fire people at will. Now he running for president. And a lot of people are like, wait, no, that's not it anymore.
Right.
But years of socialization have taught us that actually that is the image that America has put forward as the image of what you want to be, of the person that you want to lead. So it isn't just a black issue. We got a nationwide issue about the perception of hypermasculinity masquerading as leadership, when in fact it was our mamas and our grandmamas and our great-grandmamas who got us here.
No, that's a great point there from Justin on Trump. Of just like, I think the kind of creation of Trump, like the kind of aura, the mystique around him, is like exactly what he was saying. The things that we pump up in society, whether it be like, if you get a lot of money, if you get a lot of women, if you can say whatever you want, you are alpha. The Trump Towers, to have the show and your catchphrase be "you're fired," like that's like the ultimate like thing that we look at is like, oh man, this dude is like masculine. Like this dude is it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he was like kind of like the definition of kind of cool and rich, for a very, very long time before he got into politics and things of that sort. So Justin brings up a very good point in this clip. Shout out to BET for sending that. I know also in this clip, and other clips, Vic Mensa was talking about it, of the things that misconceptions that have been going around about Kamala Harris, that she locked up thousands of black men for weed, and he was like, no, it was like 45 over all the years that she was a prosecutor over there in California and stuff like that. So shout out to BET for at least hosting this and doing it for black men and stuff. Black men have been picked on a lot in this election cycle, and you guys seen, I don't know if you guys seen it, but Barack Obama had a thing where he was like talking to a room of black men, and he was like, the brothers, we ain't voting, and we need to get behind Kamala like we got behind me. And it was like, dang, that's crazy, bro. Like, why are people picking on black men? So I'm glad that Justin pointed out this whole thing of like 80% of black men have voted, and they have voted a particular way. And also the other 20% that has lost trust in the Democrats. I have so many more friends now that have voted for one of the 4 third-party candidates, because they said, oh, well, we know they're not going to win, but if they get 5% of the vote, then that gives them another 20 million of funding for the independent party in the next election cycle. And, they're so fed up with kind of the lies on both sides of the spectrum. They're going just down the middle. And it's always kind of been like that, where I knew a person or two who voted independent. But this year, I know probably more than a handful of people who have done so. So I think this election cycle is sending a message to both sides that like the American people are fed up. They're not just going to take lies. They're not just going to take this or that. And, I don't think anybody knows what's going to happen next week. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think any of y'all know what's going to happen next week. If it was just a traditional 1-2 left or right thing, I think Kamala probably would win, because you're thinking about, it was Biden versus Trump, and it looked like Trump was going to win that one because Biden just stumbled. He just looked too old. And then, you get in the young person behind them, and they could speak well, and they're still sharp and intelligent and stuff like that, well-spoken. And then you're like, oh, yeah, they're going to get it. But, she's a woman. She's a woman. And plus, you got a whole nother side of people who are still fed up with how they've handled this situation over in the Middle East with Palestine and Israel, because, just the facts are the facts. The U.S. has given more money to Israel in the past couple of years than they've given to any other foreign nation, and they've done it to fund what a lot of people will call an attempted, the G word, over there in Palestine. So, a lot of people are fed up, and things are that, they're not just going for anything. So salute to everybody on that. We want to talk about the next thing. Okay, I'll talk about the next thing, man, which is the Tyler show. So obviously a lot of people, I went to the Tyler show this week, and mad folks was just like, I don't know, like loving it. Like the content did extremely well. So salute to everybody who's came to the channel and supported the channel, subscribed to the channel through the Tyler stuff. But yeah, as you see here, it was just a lot of comments and people asking me about stuff from it. So I wanted to kind of take this time to like, I guess, respond to all the comments. So this one, like I said, I did this for the love because people were just asking if I had more clips from the show. I couldn't make $1 off of this. This is blocked in some countries because of the music and stuff. All right, the mask blocking out all of his voice. Yeah, he wore the mask for like the first half of the first song, and then he ripped it off. And then he said, "Sorry, I tried to wear the mask. I couldn't do it." Someone said, "I can't cope." On a more serious note, go find another video or concert that doesn't have the mask on. What is he talking about? I don't think he's trying to be rude. It's true, his voice was a little bit masked, but it doesn't mean it wasn't a great concert. The most Redditor response or to something that wasn't even an insult, and someone said the most Redditor name, which was 4L to these are people I've never seen on the channel, but okay. 4TAD1. Okay, welcome y'all to the channel if y'all subscribe. By the way, he got emotional for Hey Jane. I feel like that song is gonna be sad live. Yeah, man. Hey Jane was definitely a like I said when I kind of like posted it on Twitter of the thing and stuff like that. It like this album is so personal that it's like the fact that he performed that in front of 2,000 strangers was just like at points it just felt uncomfortable. Like speaking about the time that you spoke to your girl to, you know what I'm saying, poof a baby, you know, a word a baby and things of that sort, and then just outright say the baby's gone is like, I don't know. That was very, very uncomfortable. Another one that was uncomfortable was the song Like Him, you know, where he's talking about his dad and stuff like that, and you're just hearing this dude talk about like just wanting to know his dad so much, this 33-year-old man, and like it was that was tough as well. He said, "Bro, sounds like Batman 124." I don't know what time that is. Let me see. He said, "Bro, sounds like Batman 124." He was whispering at the beginning. That's funny. Yeah, that was that. Oh yeah, black people. So yeah, a lot of things. A lot of people commented the things that I was yelling. A lot of the stuff I was yelling was just stuff from like old deep cut odd feature lawyer squad type stuff. So that black people thing was a thing of I feel like I'm black, so I should be able to say that. And then B, but there's an old clip of like it's a meme too of Earl Sweatshirt on stage with Tyler the Creator, like during the Odd Future days. And he says, "Give it up for black people." And you know, the Odd Future crowds were like mostly white and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's just that was where that came from. Someone said, Derpy said, "Thank you so much for this." Hold on, let me like that. I like your content. Keep it up. Is he talking to? He might be talking to this guy. Let me see. Oh yeah, this dude has. Hello, what's up? What's up, Aaron? I'm just reading comments, catching up on all of this stuff. But yeah. Okay, thank you so much for this. Thank you, Dare P, and I guess I'll subscribe to you. He's got 21,000 subscribers. What the heck? Okay. Oh yeah. This was the black people one again. I was just laughing at that. I love how you told to how he told you all to get home safe. Super excited to see Tyler and May. Yeah. So the after thing with Tyler. So I didn't put too many clips of that because A, I didn't get too many clips, but B, also like you know, like he was telling people to kind of like put their phones down. So I was just trying to respect that for real. And but he was mad cool. Like we waited probably like say like a couple of hours after the show, and it's a smaller venue, so that's something that you're not going to get with Tyler on tour at the arena tours, because arena entrances, you know, there's such more like security and everything like that. So you know, you can't just talk to the artists and stuff after shows like you can in a smaller venue, like when an artist is coming up. So like since this was a smaller venue at the Eastern in Atlanta, you know, we just waited for probably like an hour or two or whatever afterwards. It was a couple of times where I was just gonna leave, but I really wanted him to say like, "Hey Rashad," for the channel. So I like waited with some other folks and stuff like that, and we made conversation. And he came out, and he was acting like he was walking to the car. And then someone's like, "Hey, Tyler," and he said, "Hey," and he walked over down to us, and it was him, Taco, Jasper, and security. And dude was cool. Like I said, he didn't take no pictures, he didn't do video, he didn't do any autographs, but he just stood there and talked to us for 5 minutes. And he was like, "Man, I'm so tired," but he talked to us all. And mad cool dude. Like everything that he says he is in his interviews of like, I'm the coolest person ever, just don't walk up to me with the phone in my face and ask him for a picture or something like that. He been mad cool. Yeah. That was another one, Aaron, of you ever had a ham sandwich? That was another deep cut that I said. So like on Hot 10, what is Hot 97 in like 2011, 2012, Odd Future went up there. And they made a pact to never take radio freestyle seriously. So it's him and Earl, and it might have been some other people from Odd Future up there too. I think it was like Haji or whatever like that. And they just rapping over like Watch the Throne beats. And they're like ham. Like, oh yeah. Earl Swisher, he's like ham, lettuce, tomato, cheese, and yeah. And then at the end, like they just go like, "You ever had a ham sandwich?" Like it's very hostile. But I said it because Tyler was doing something like he was breaking down the bars at the end of one of his songs, but he was delivering it like he was in a rap battle. So that's where that came from. Okay, let me see the next comment. But yeah, that was speaking of Tyler. He said he was wearing the Braves hat, and someone was like, "Oh, why you wearing a Braves hat?" He said, "Cause I'm from here, duh." And then I said, "What zone you from?" And he said, "Zone 6, duh." And then I dapped him up after, and he dapped us all up, and that's when he was like, I'm out." So yeah. Shout out to Tyler, really cool dude, bro. It's a superstar. Sold more than freaking Taylor Swift. This is the biggest news in music right now. The weird kid from Odd Future in 2010 who like got banned from MTV as a youngin is bigger than Taylor Swift now. That's unbelievable. The fact that Taylor Swift is even still a thing and like bigger and better than ever is still unbelievable to me. Like these are people who've been going forever. And that's when people, when they complain about the current state of music, they're not complaining about like the overall quality, but like the general star quality. Like the stars now have been stars for like 15 plus years. I don't know how often we're gonna see that now with guys that like take off now. And I think a part of it is because they came up in a time where social media wasn't what it is now, where you feel like you know the artists and stuff like that. I think DDG's done a good job of it. He came up from the internet and he started coming up probably like 2016, 2017. That was 7-8 years ago. So I mean, he's still here 8 years later. So but I don't know how many of these like artists that blew up in the internet time are gonna be like superstars and still big in 20 years. Cardi's lasted longer than I expected. Lil Yachty's lasted longer than I expected. 21 Savage lasted longer than I expected. So you never know, but yeah. Okay. He's so passionate in his art. 100%. 100%. He was supposed to only do 30 minutes. Yeah. He was only like, the name of the show was 30 minutes of Chromacopia, and he did the full album, and it was like an hour-long show. So that was cool. And then he gave it his all, bro. It was great. What a flex, bro. Tyler's legit the best ever to touch a stage. Michael Jackson, like the comment said, bro. I'm with them. Michael Jackson. I've never seen Michael Jackson live. Gambino was really good. I don't know if people want to give him that credit, but Gambino is really good live. He has a lot of energy. Chance the Rapper is good live. Kyle's good live. Infinity Song was a good show live. Shout out to Infinity Song. And Missy Elliott had a great show live too. Someone said Travis Scott. Travis Scott is real hype. Like he seems like he has a hype show and he keeps it up for a full 50 minutes to an hour. But like Playboy Cardi, he does the same thing, but it's like his actual performance, he's just like, ah! It's just kind of like, I guess, the energy of the music that keeps the crowd going. But yeah, they're saying Michael Jackson. Tyler top 5, top 3 even. Is Tyler a better live performer than Prince? Is Tyler a better live performer than Stevie Wonder? Man, maybe Stevie. Yeah. But yeah, salute. Is Tyler a better live performer than Lionel Richie? Is Tyler a better live performer than James Brown? These are some of the questions that need answers, bro. Dot and Tyler. Like everybody who didn't say Michael Jackson in here or someone like that is definitely like younger than the age. They got to be younger than the age of 21. Travis Scott, K. Dot, Kendrick Lamar, and salute to Kendrick Lamar, a great performer. Kendrick Lamar is not no better performer than Prince, bro. Kendrick Lamar is not a better performer than James Brown, bro. You talking about people doing all of this and playing the guitar, and like Prince was playing, you know what I'm saying, bass like this, bro, and doing the dance moves and singing all high key and freestyle rapping. Like that was no, bro. Can't go. Like, are these guys even better performers than Chris Brown, bro? See, you know what I'm saying? Are these people even better performers than Chris Brown? I know you can't say Chris Brown because are they even better performers than Chris Brown? But I do think Tyler puts on an amazing show. If we're talking about rap, okay, rap, you can make a case, you can make an argument. Rap, it'll probably be a lot of the new guys, because a lot of the old guys, they just, since you had to be kind of cool and gangster and stuff like that, you just standing in one spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the police is knocking on my door. So that was that. But I feel like this new school where the dudes are dancing and jumping on stage and acting like rock stars and stuff like that is amazing. But Method Man and Redman, they got a little, you know what I'm saying? Brothers of the and they got a little step routine and stuff like that. So I don't know. They seem like good performers too. I don't know. Who do you think is like one old school performer, rapper that would just be like a crazy show? Like in their prime. I don't know. You ever had a ham sandwich? I'm so glad somebody caught that once again, because that's a deep cut of some Odd Future stuff. 7:45. What? Oh, dang it. Hold on. Let me see what this 7:45 was. Yo. No. That was definitely crazy. That was definitely crazy. Like I said, bro, him performing songs about getting rid of a baby and performing a song about like not seeing his father and wanting to see his father was crazy. Who was making a weird noise? That was me. I was just excited. He said, "Bro, sounds like Bane." That's funny. Thank you for this. No problem. Thank you, guys. Put your phones away and just enjoy. Nah, if they did that, then we wouldn't have an inside video. And I said that's why I only have clips. LOL. Someone already thumbs up that. People are watching this like crazy. Did nobody else upload a full thing? That's kind of like different to me, because it was like mad people out there that had like vertical and recorded the entire show. So the fact that, am I the only person that uploaded like a lot of stuff from this? Because I don't know, it's feeling like it. But yeah, but a lot of people were they were putting up the stuff from when Tyler came out to talk to us after the show, and that's been going viral. And I'm like, oh, y'all are brave for that, because he trusted us with that to like, keep that on the low a little bit. They're pulling out full things. I just put out when he said, all right, y'all be home safe and stuff like that, because it was already out that he came back out. It was already on the internet, but people were putting like his answers to like, is Playboy Cardi just on the vinyl verse and everything? Like they were asking, and it was going viral on these news outlets and stuff. It was weird, bro. It's weird that you guys shared that. But yeah, I felt like what I did wasn't too crazy, because it was just clips. If I uploaded the whole show, I would get it. But I just uploaded clips, bro. And the longest clips were him talking about like why he loves the city of Atlanta, which people were uploading anyway. Legend. Shout out to Tyler. He said, proud to call him my B-Day twin. We gonna make a song together one day. Speak it into existence, brother. Like, he should have taken everyone's phone. If you want to say what you want to say, it is what it is. I understand the phone's argument, but I don't know. It just is what it is. Love, did you record any openers or will? No openers, I think. Yeah, no openers. There were no openers. It was just like literally we went in, we waited, no music. It wasn't even a DJ playing. Like Jasper wasn't there until like 10 minutes before Tyler came on stage. And then Tyler came on stage. He was supposed to, the doors open at 5. He was supposed to come on at 6. He didn't come on until like 7. No. I'm lying. He came on at like 6:45. And then he went on until like 7:50, 8 o'clock. How you charge $5 for this, but 200 plus for the concerts? You got to think too. The concert is gonna be crazy, bro. Like the arena tour. That's another thing about the recording why I didn't feel so bad about it, because this isn't the show. This isn't the arena show. Like he did this as just a basic setup. It's kind of like what he does at festivals, where he has like a basic kind of just stationary setup. And his tour, like the Call Me If You Get Lost tour, he had a boat in the middle of the arena, and he like rowed the boat and performed the song all the way up to the second stage from the main stage. And then he performed old songs on the second stage. Then he got back on the boat, performed another song on his way back to the main stage, and then went up to, like, it was just much more stage design. He does different alternative renditions of the songs. He straight up performed those songs as they are on the album. And that's the difference between the $5 show and then the like $200 show, because the $200, a lot of that money is going to set design, all the special effects, the lights, the smoke and stuff. And yeah, that's just what that is. Like Gambino show, the what was it, the Bando Stone, New World and the Bando Stone. He had like, he came out on a like an astronaut helmet. And he was on the second stage, and he walked over, and he had all these effects and lights and beamers, and it was crazy. But yeah, that show was mad expensive. So all that stuff comes from that. 90% of the time is sold out, and resellers are selling the $200 price tag. And I said, yeah, I only do 2 people who got the tickets for $5 around me. Everyone around me, including myself, bought the resale for around $50. Yeah, we all. Please upload the entire concert. I don't have it. Play King Carson. I don't know if you guys know this, but this was literally, someone said that, like when we were outside waiting, and he said, did you hear me? He's like, I wanted to hear something else. Like, I was like, play Ken, bro. And I was like, why would Tyler the Creator play Ken Carson at a Tyler the Creator show? Like, that didn't even make sense. I was like, it would make sense if you brought out Cardi, because Cardi's on the album, and Cardi was on Earthquake, and they collab together and stuff like that. But like playing Ken Carson, that didn't even, like, it didn't 2 and 2. The math ain't mathing, bro. But he was legit serious, and that's why he told Tyler afterwards. He was like, yo, can you tell a Playboy Cardi to respond to my message? And he was like, I don't think it works like that. So yeah. That is all the stuff for Tyler. Oh, a lot of people were talking about the Jesus comment. It was crazy that like disrupts so many people, like that, like got them upset. Let me see. The person that went, I know, had me crying. Crowd was jokes all night. Do you know where a video of the whole event is? And that's when I uploaded it. I said, I have some stuff. They said, that's okay. Upload them, please. Why is he so sweaty, bro? Because he's human, bro. LOL. Probably because he has lights on him. He's on stage, and the crowd was probably huge, what raises the temperature in the room. He's wearing a whole suit. That's why he was so sweaty. Wearing a whole suit, and it was like he said, it was hot. Let me see what this says. Oh yeah. This one was crazy, bro. So, like I said in the review, the 40-minute review, Tyler on this album, he sounds like a man who's kind of like slowly creeping towards Christ and being more open to a spiritual journey and things of that sort. And people were so he was talking about that during the concert. He was like, I have all the money in the world. I have the cars I want. I have the house I want. I have respect. I have Grammys. I have everything that I want. The placements, the features. Everybody in the industry love me and everything like that. And like, I headline festivals. Woo de woo. My fashion's doing well and stuff like that. But I just feel kind of like something's missing. So I just yelled out Jesus. Hey man, it is what it is. Yeah, I didn't even say, here's his Bible, take it. Man, you're going to hell. Like I ain't saying none of that. I just said Jesus. I said one word, and it bothered a lot of people. and it made a lot of people say something in the comments. If that's not a powerful name, if that's not a powerful name or a powerful word, I don't know what is. I said one word, I had 30 comments. They was all upset. Look at this. Look at it. Look at it. Jesus. A Tyler creator friend not to put this force your religion. This had 40 thumbs up. One word, one name had people that worked up. Boy, that's how you know it's something, man. That's how you know it's something powerful. What would they say? Something about the name Jesus. Something about the name Jesus. It is the sweetest thing. I know. That's crazy. One word had people this worked up. I just said one thing. I didn't even say, yo, you're going to hell. I ain't say none of that, bro. I just said Jesus. And it had people worked up. So that's my little Tyler thing and responding to people's comments about it. Like I said, again, I appreciate everybody's support on that and coming to the channel. If you're new to the channel, I got some new subscribers over that. That's always cool. I'm about to react to this Flau'jae now because this is a very, very interesting thing to me, bro. Very interesting. Hold on. Let me scroll down. Let me scroll back now. This is very interesting to me, man. Shout out to Women's Hoop Network.
The stats and the 3
as
points
always.
they had left off was actually the Gilbert 3 side of the rim, and Gilbert got the rebound for a 5-footer. Long pass up ahead to Cunning Johnson to the hole.
Off the glass and one, falling into the
Very impressive
boundary.
first
Okay,
quarter. LSU
cross.
ball to our left.
Okay,
Johnson
good drive.
lane,
Midi
14
stop.
footer.
Good. And one.
Will it
Round and rim,
count?
they go in on higher
It does.
speed.
It counts. Jay Johnson.
Okay, here we go. Flau'jae crossover in transition.
Up,
nice dump off.
Bartlett,
Hey, there we
shot
go.
Make, layup good.
That's
Over
good ball.
Loyola.
Okay, good
They have
defense,
started their
fighting over
regular
the screen,
schedule. Martin Hardwick had it knocked
staying
away.
with
I
a
think
defender,
Gilbert
knocks it
above
out
everyone to
clean.
get the rebound.
Strip.
Up
Okay,
ahead
look
to
ahead.
Johnson, right wing.
Crossover in and out. Oh,
Fakes
crossover
left,
again.
goes right.
Oh my God.
17-footer.
Midi,
Johnson
good.
will get the Del
Here we
Rosario
go.
high screen, dribble
High
through
screen.
into the right elbow, jumper is
Crossover
good.
to
Rebound
it.
for Flair
Nice
Smith.
pull up.
Smith is going to
Smooth
dribble
game.
toward the bucket.
Oh, look,
Richard
swatted.
picks her up.
That's another
She
game
thought
with a
she was-
swat.
She just never giving up on the play because
The defense
Richard
is looking good. She
ran in
said she
front of
wants
her,
to
slowed
continue
her
to
down a
step
little
up in her
bit. Flau'jae
defense.
was able to catch
You're
up
playing
with
no
it.
defense coming into college. That's
55,
one thing that she's
51.
totally improved on. Is that's what Coach Monkey said. Look at that
Pass up
stretch.
top, it is
Stretch
stolen
Armstrong.
by Johnson.
Look at that.
She is all by
Yee!
herself.
You gotta
Throwing
dunk
it
that
in.
foul. You gotta dunk that foul. You gotta dunk that foal.
Her first bucket. Kaylin Gilbert will come back in.
Hey, look
for
at that
LSU.
pull up on it.
Long three, Johnson. That one is up and in from the left wing. All you can say.
Look at this drive. Oh, off the glass, finger roll. Alex English.
22. We'll take the break.
I'm a Denver Nugget.
LSU
Alex
here in the
English.
third
Look at
quarter.
this
Very much
crossover
like
behind the
Xavier
screen.
did.
Desario.
Johnson left wing is good. Johnson
Look at this.
is going to
Get
go
the defender on
toward
that
the
hit.
bucket.
Ooh,
Lay it
oh
in.
my gosh.
Their
Taylor dropper.
18th turnover, which is
Look at
actually
that.
not a bad number. They started
Hey,
out with
look,
quite a
look at
few.
that drop.
Johnson
Oh my
down low to
gosh,
Morrow.
what a
5-footer,
pass.
good off the window. That one counts and a
Some Morrow
foul.
ball. Bucket.
Brick a layup,
Where we
and
at?
Johnson's
In
out of there
transition.
with it.
Where we at
It's
with
Johnson on one
Oh,
to the hole.
Jelly!
Layup is good.
Jelly Farm! Jelly Farm! Flau'jae, go, man, look. Look, this is why I reacted to Flau'jae tonight, because I seen the stat line, 29 points, 11 for 16, 3 for 3 points. I seen the stat line, and we have to once again say, I think, what is the overlying theme of the season beyond the season, or the big storyline in the season beyond the season. I think the big storyline this season in college basketball, beyond the season and beyond the basketball on paper in general, that we need to look out for. Flau'jae has said since the summer that she wants to go to the league now. She says she's ready to go to the league now. On our podcast, her mom was on the podcast, and her mom was trying to talk her into staying all 4 years. And Flau'jae was like, nah, I'm ready to go now. This is the thing, bro. If Flau'jae plays like this all season, which we know she can, she's shown flashes of it her first 2 seasons at LSU, and then she's playing exactly how she looked like in high school at Sprayberry. She's getting whatever she wants offensively, scorer at will, great passer, and now she's added defense to the fold because Kim Mulkey's challenged her on that, and she's such a competitor that she's become a great defender as well, which is 90% effort. So salute to Flau'jae on adding that to her arsenal in her game. What I'm looking at this season in college basketball, because it has been a foregone conclusion since Paige was in high school that whenever she goes to the W, she's going to be the number 1 pick. I'm looking at this, guys. I'm looking at Flau'jae this season. Is Flau'jae going to challenge Paige Beckers to be a potential number 1 pick in the 2025 WNBA draft? Because if you're just talking about pure skill, pure playing ability, Flau'jae, of course, can go right now after this season, right? And go to the league and be fine. I think the only reason why Flau'jae would stay, because she's already got a national championship, in my opinion, I think, which would be good for the brand or just like the overall kind of, when you retire and, Naismith Hall of Fame on a resume, is to say you were the number 1 pick of the draft. I think that's good for her business. I think that's good for her rapping. She'll be able to rap. I was the number 1 pick of the draft, whoop de whoop, everything like that. And you'll just be able to say that for the rest of your basketball career. I think Flau'jae will be the number 1 pick if she stayed an extra year. Paige gets it this year. Flau'jae gets it the year after that. Juju gets it the year after that. Flau'jae is very well in a position to be the number 1 pick of the 2026 draft. The thing is, if the Joker playing like this, does Flau'jae have a chance to be the number 1 pick in 2025? It's something we have to talk about, guys. It's something we have to talk about. I'm going to change the title right now to see if we can get some some UConn fans to speak on this. Let me see. Right then, hold on. I'm going to change the title just to see if we can get a UConn fan in here and see if we can get anybody while I'm on live, because I know the comments going to be crazy once I upload this as a video, but I want to see just in case. Or Paige Beckers. Okay, here we go. I might even move that up front. But yeah, man, I don't know, bro, because Flau'jae looks locked in. Flau'jae has been a celebrity all off season. She was a celebrity the all season before, and like she said, she grew up. Like, see, that's a good thing. It's not really many pros to being a child star, right? Like, your childhood is taken away from you. You don't get to experience prom, all that, the 8th grade dance, things of that sort. But Flau'jae being on America's Got Talent, Flau'jae being on the rap game with Jermaine Dupri and Lotto at a young age allowed her to focus the way that she can focus now on keep the main thing. And it's the reason why she's come back from the past 2 off seasons as an improved player. So salute to Jermaine Dupri and Simon Cowell, everybody like that, whoop de whoop, for keeping Flau'jae this locked in. But I really want to know from y'all, because I see we have some couple more folks pop in and stuff like that after I change the title. Do y'all think there's any chance Flau'jae can be the number 1 pick next year ahead of Paige Beckers, bro? I think with Paige is on an exceptional level. Paige Beckers is Paige Beckers. Y'all know I respect Paige Beckers on this channel just as much as I respect Flau'jae on this channel. Do you think it's a chance, bro? Because you got to think Flau'jae, Paige at the same time, she ain't been healthy a whole season. She hasn't been healthy a whole season. So I feel like that opens the door to not. I don't know. Flau'jae ain't missed more than, a couple weeks at a time in college in the past 3 years. When you look at that, does that affect the fact that Paige gets something? I don't know, man. We're going to really have to see. But I'm excited to watch what happens. I'm really excited to watch what happens. Let me pull up some Paige before I get out of here, just because I changed it to Paige or Juju. And then we're going to get it. And we're going to get that over there and do what we got to do. I'm trying to see. I looked up Paige on Twitter, and it's all like TikTok edits. But I'm trying to find it. Welcome back, by the way. Welcome back to the game, Olivia Miles. The game has missed you, and basketball is in a better place when you are healthy. Welcome back to the game, Olivia Miles. Welcome back to the game, Olivia Miles, man. I can't find any Paige Beckers highlights, bro. and I don't want them to take down my channel anyway. So it is what it is. Every time I react to page, I get a copyright strike. So I already have 2 copyright strikes. You get 3 on the channel was gone, boy. Channel was gone, man. But yeah. Let me see if I can find anything on Olivia Miles. Anything on Olivia Miles? I don't see any highlights, but I just see the what you call. So I guess I'll just pull this up and salute Olivia Miles, man. And then we'll get out of here. Olivia Miles in our first game back since February 2023. 15 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Oh my gosh, bro. People was trying to tell me, oh, it's Hollywood and Pow Pow, and salute to South Carolina, bro. But seeing what Hidalgo did last year and seeing what Olivia Miles did the year before, the only backcourt that is better is Paige Beckers and AZ Fudd, bro. Ain't no backcourt better than them 2 jokers, bro. And Notre Dame, bro. Like, South Carolina being at 3 is respectful, bro. But these kids is ridiculous. But yeah, that's all I got to say, man. Welcome back, Olivia Miles. Thank you guys for everybody who tuned in during this this live. I think the most we had was during the Tyler conversation. We got 8 people there. So salute to all the Tyler fans and stuff like that. Thank y'all for supporting me once again. Shout out to the couple women's basketball fans who stopped in at the end of the stream and things of that sort. And shout out to the people who was just checking out the Jeffrey talk, the Young Thug talk at the beginning of the stream. You know, I appreciate all of y'all. Y'all please be safe this holiday. If you're out during Halloween, whatever, make sure you're safe. Happy birthday to Joel. Happy birthday to Joel. He don't like me saying his name on camera, but I just wanted to say that, bro. And until next time, y'all take care of y'allselves.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
Good question.
We can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.